G'day, it's AC. Welcome to another tutorial. Today's tutorial will be based on how to build a skybase. Now I am playing on a server, just to keep that in mind. Instead of showing you guys 1 hour and a half, 2 hours of building straight up to the sky, we end up reaching almost close to the sky limit where you see that your oxygen starts to deplete down, which means that you've got a couple way to go until you reach max sky limit. Now I won't be building to sky limit just because I'm too lazy to get there. Instead we'll just build a sky base at this point here, but this is sufficient enough to build a base as long as you're within that like oxygen zone where you start losing it, then it's good. But any lower than that, then no point. So let me just get my oxygen back real quick and we'll start building. Now I will be using the honeycomb structure for sky bases just because it's still better. If you have metal, obviously you use metal, it's better, a lot better. We'll just build across this way. Somebody built a base there, but I don't think it's properly built, which is fair enough. Alright, well, I'll make this. Okay, that looks good enough. Alright, logs. We'll make floor. I may build out from. Oh shit, I made floors. Oh shit, oops. Wrong one. Oops. Whoops. I'll show you guys in another video how to build an oxygenator and what it actually does. But in the meanwhile, I'll just buy it for now. Oxygenator. Buy oxygen. Oh, that was a lot of money. Okay. Buy portable gen. Then buy gas. Alright, so that's what you ideally need for it to work, and there you go. You see, you have me getting oxygen back. This is more than enough oxygen for me for now. I'm built close to the still base here, just to be sure. Might make it a little longer out. Alright, this seems like a good spot. Roof. Alright, so honeycomb. Build it as so. You've made. Oh, you can build it however you want, but the way I make it is, one whole triangle. No, I think it's easier for me to show it to you, and then we'll work from there on. Alright, that's done. Another triangle, and then we'll be making squares around it. Yeah, I think that's roof. No, it's a lot easier to build that way. Just because I feel like I can defend it. So, alright, cool. So we'll make this a little bigger. It's too small for me. See how I'm using triangular roofs instead of pine roof, instead of just a standard pine roof. It's a little easier to make walls and such not. Alright, so what this will be standard skybase. If you want it big any bigger, you can make it bigger. I for one don't like it too big, just because I know I can't defend it. I might build up as well, just because I'm not at sky limit. You can extend it. What I like to do is make 4 pods and 1 pod in the middle. I normally extend it to the point where I can't build it, but this is my version of a skybase anyway. To each their own. It's a bit different for everybody. I'll probably move this to the other side. Oh, actually no. I won't. Alright, cool. Chef enough. Yep, that's good enough for me. This shouldn't be here, so I fucked up. I put that there already. Yep, just keep in mind your oxygen. Scuba diving tank would be useful. In the sense that you get more oxygen. I don't really need it since I'm not at max. Once you hit max limit, your oxygen starts to deplete a lot faster than it is right now. But I'm not max, so I'm not too pressed about it. Building might take a while. Like this part here took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours to build. Yep, that's one done. And I just like one little square connecting it together. Go back a little. But yeah, it is a process about mixing and matching what you like really. I like my Skybase is small and convenient. Some might like a little bigger or smaller depending on how you want to build. You can also make those you can also use these square bases as a means of building your base too, but I don't really need it. So that's one little pod there. I should have made it here. I might extend it here. Roofs, logs. Alright, that's another circle here. Alright, coolio. Might have made a bit. I might just salvage it and then rebuild it actually. Fucking OCD this shit. I'm gonna make 4 little pods. Hopefully I don't die. No. Alright, cool. Just quickly salvage this and then we'll recreate 4 little pods. I'll show you what I mean by 4 little pods. This little base might take about half an hour to make. Since I've got plenty of wood, hopefully it shouldn't take too long. I build up from here. We're going out this way. I wish we had a faster salvage time, but that's right. Not too pressed. Salvage this. If you guys can skip it, then please do skip it. Windows and glasses are a must. Note that you might want to build higher up so that your base can't get accessed by helis that easily. Since I am building a bit under sky limit, helis can land on top of my base and raid it whenever they feel like it. But yeah, note to yourself that if you want a sky base, always build it to max limit. Just be careful with your oxygen. I'm gonna build one here just because I'm too lazy to show it at max, but if I have time, I might end up building another base on top of this and then reach it to max skybase. Skylim, sorry. Alright, cool. What time is it? It's 1 p.m. right now. Alrighty. Oh, now it's a bit of a buffer. Okay. We won't be needing this. 4 little dots is 1 little base. See how I've got. Let me quickly show you. Oxygen is going to die. I need some more oxygen. Give me 1 second. I'll back this up. See how 6 little roofs makes 1 little hexagon? You want at least 4 of those in your base. It's sufficient, but I reckon that's the minimum you need if you want 1 decent looking small base for a player or 2. That's enough oxygen. I've got 1 here, 1 here, and then I'll make a little gap. And 1 here. This is what I mean by a little rectangle. This little platform here. So essentially 5 in total. Might look confusing, but that's 1 whole little circle there. Another circle here, and it should be another circle here separating these 2 platforms. One circle here, and should be one more here. I'll make it real quick. That's my version of a skybase. It's easy for me to build and to look after since I normally do solo play. If you do wish to build a bigger base, then obviously make sure that you've got a bit bigger team, because it's after losing your bed up here might be tedious to get it back. Okay, so I'll take these two out. Alright, cool. And that should be it for the foundation of the base. I'm gonna start making the pillars and everything else I need to make. Alright, cool. So that is actually no other players coming up. That is really it for the flooring. This is how I normally would build my sky base anyway. Did that not sell? I guess I didn't sell it. Alright, cool. Logs. Like I said, if you guys got metals, please use metals instead. Logs are really easy to be raided. Always build from the outside and then make your way inside. It's easy that way. I'm gonna put a little door here just because the little platform is this door here. That is a helicopter you can see right there, which is really bad because if he does land here, then I am fucked. They might actually see me, which is pretty bad. Yeah, I might need to pause this little raid. Yeah, you've got players coming in. I'll gotta defend real quick. One second. Hide. There's no way. Yeah, if there is a helicopter, you know, your best bet is to hide. Alright, cool. I better quickly finish this off then. Shit, bad. My bad, my bad. Because I hopefully have enough. Yeah, always focus on the outside first and then make your way inside. Oh, fuck me. He's coming back, isn't he? Middle. This is the basic honeycomb structure. It's not too hard to build. One there. One there. Oh, see how this stands still? It means that there is a sky base on top. Logs. Okay, we gotta start building real quick. Logs. Wall. Just keep note that you want also windows around your base. This will be a quick build just because if they do come back again, I'm fucked. Their base is not that far either. Quickly build this. And essentially what you want to do is build as many walls as you can. Pick a little set destination where you want your loot to be. My loot will be held in this little room here. If you do watch this, well then you know where my loot is. Fuck. It's only issue. Oops. Do I have enough? I do. Come on, hopefully I have enough. I'll just buy it. Ooh. Bit tedious. I'm gonna leave windows here. This is my design of a base. Obviously, if I was actually PvPing, I would build this at max skybase just because players can't land on my base and it makes it a lot more harder to raid. But for now, it's okay. If they raid. It's fine. Not the end all and be all. Alright, that's really it. No, that's it. That's the foundation done. Oh, the roof, rather. You want at least one window. I know that they're gonna come this side, so I might leave it like that. One window per room is good. I'm gonna do 2, just because I know for a fact that I will need it. And then just honeycomb it, like just make walls. I should have enough. Yeah. You can put windows here if you want. I don't think I will need them, so I'll just leave it as that. Oh shit, put the wrong one. I have enough. So this base might end up being raided, but it's fine. I'm gonna put claim flags anyway, around the base. You don't want these in your base just because the players can see them. Alright, so shit, that scared me. That scared me for one broad second. Hogs. Doorways. You want 4 doors? Essentially. Or you can make windows as a doorway if you want. Have mine here. Mine here. These 2 rooms might be held. The reason why you want to have these 2 rooms connected is just because if you end up getting raided, you can come this room, or vice versa. Oh shit, okay, good. Put the wrong one. Alright, so this thing will be the entrance. So this really isn't a room, but oh, not again. Make it like so, and then, as I said before, buy pine logs. 50. Oh, that's not too bad actually. Wall it. You wanna wall this off as much as possible, making raids a lot harder. You can put claim flags if you want. I can't buy claim flags on this server, which is a bit tedious, but that's whatever. It just makes the whole base a lot more harder to raid. You can use doors instead, like so. It just makes the base a lot harder. Then again, make sure that you guys have your Skybase at sky limits. You'll know for a fact that you'll reach it when you can't, when you can no longer jump. But it's still there. You can still, yeah, you can still, yeah, you can see 3 players raiding. It's probably them, but that's fine. They can raid all they want. I'm gonna make a troll base for now. But yeah, that's essentially how you make a Skybase. Now it's faster if you have a team. I don't have a team whatsoever on the server. Don't really need one, just because I'm too good. Jokes. But yeah, no, just buy 6 metal doors. And there you have it. That's really it for Skybase. Definitely put turrets or sentries if you do have them. They will save. Well, that wouldn't really save your base in any means, but that will buy you time for you to spawn back and whatnot. So recommend that's I'll put a window here just because I can't jump out of it. There we go, perfect. It's a shame that I made too many ramps, but that's okay. It's whatever. Yeah, that's really it. I'll let this video record. Meanwhile, I'll just continue building. They will come over here if they see the base pre-built. Since I don't want to waste it, I can build a little platform here. Now I am cautious about that little thing there. Probably best to destroy them or salvage it because other players can access it. Metal shut. I'm gonna buy around like 6, which is at 1.6k. Just cover up some main areas, I guess. Alright, just like so, you've got one whole secure. Well, hang on. You've got practically one whole secure room. Now, what you can do is also bait players by just putting a wall here, making it less raidable. Like so, it will give you less space, but I guess provides you more time to react. Loot, you can still loot like inside this wall. The only downfall of actually still loot like this is that you're going to have to salvage this and then access the loot and then put the sword back, which isn't too bad. It's a good way to hard loot anyway. But I'm gonna leave this here if they do raid. Fuck it. This is what happens when you raid a builder. I love to build. It's so fun. That's probably been rated. I don't need guns. I do, but like it's not enough. Anyway, that's good for that. So yeah, that's really it. I'm gonna jump down from my perspective. Oh fuck me! What the fuck is that? Oh no, that's the. I thought it was the fucking. Never mind. If you jump down from the ground floor, you probably could see my base. I'm on like a ramp. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me say. So see what I mean by ground floor? You can probably still see it. Yeah, you still can see it. It's not high enough to not be seen. So my advice is build until you reach the sky limit. That way it makes it a lot harder to build. But yeah, that's really it. It took me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to build all of that, all the way just to reach that point there. Let alone sky limit. Sky limit might take me about 2.5, 3 hours to build. I don't have that time to show you. So that's really it for that. It's my base anyway. I'll continue. Actually, no, hang on. I'll keep these and then make these into scraps. That too. Kit gear. Sentries is a must. If you have a base, make sure you have some. Doesn't stop the base entirely, but it would definitely keep, or make the raid a lot harder for the other players, unless they got a rocket or some sort of heavy tank or some shit that they could use to raid. Other than that, it's all good to go. Now they won't really. I might need claim fact there as well. So they won't raid unless they have to. But since my base is a troll base, they can raid it whenever they feel like it, really. I know for a fact that they won't get any loot. All my loot's in the other base. Alright, let's make the rest of these sheets and then complete this base off. Now, you don't have to put doors here. It's not a requirement, but those windows that I showed you, yeah, it's a must. So make sure you fill those room up. Shutters, like so. Now, the reason why I use shutters is because you can open it, shoot, and then close it. With glass, bulletproof glass and one-way glasses, they're not as efficient as metal shutters, but then again, you can't see from the outside, which is the only downfall. Does it have any windows? No, that's really it. I've pretty much surrounded myself in a little base. Definitely honeycomb it if you can. So this is like the honeycomb method anyway, where if you've played Rust, then you would know what I'm talking about. It's essentially just building layers and layers and layers, making it extremely harder to raid. Well, not harder, but takes longer for you to raid, which gives you more time to respawn back if anything. They're raiding at the moment. Yeah, 3 man, it's fine. Yeah, I might salvage some stuff here, yeah, and then build the rest of the door. So what I normally would do is I can just make a little chest here. I might get lost, but I might place my chests here or my lockers, and then put a wall here. That way, it's more it's inconvenient for raiders to find your loot. You end up you might end up losing it, but it's like it's blocked up by 3 walls, and the chance of other players finding it is only if they know where it is. And given the fact that this is a troll base, there won't be any loot for them to find, which is fair enough. It's like it's the reason why I like to build anyway. It's so good and fun watching them fail. It's another base over there. Yeah, they probably can't see me. If I can see them, they can see me. Simple as that. Just keep that in mind. I'm gonna jump down real quick and grab my claim flag from one of these. Yeah, that looks aesthetically pleasing. Alright, cool. So there's a claim flag in here. I'm gonna go back up, place it into one of the rooms, block it off, and that's it. Good to go. Yep, like that. You can just cover the claim flag as it is covered up by a 1x1 base and just place it in there. You can have lockers surrounding the flags, which might be a bit of a waste if they end up raiding it with a rocket. But for me, I like to troll, so I'm doing this for the purpose of building a base, but also trolling. Loot, remember, just keep in mind that sky bases are always the best base to build. They're more harder to maintain. It's a lot safer than ground base, but it's also higher maintenance. If you've got a group, oh, was that my? Oh no, that's my other claim flag from underneath. So if they end up coming in, we'll just start PvPing. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, see this little wall here, since I've got extra space, I'm gonna put this claim flag here, and what it does is it prevents other players from building, which is good. That's what I need. And that place right there, and have it all covered up. Now you can also put lockers inside there if you wish, but I choose not to just because I don't need to. But yeah, also, just the last tip, or advice rather, when building a skybase, oxygenators and, well, where the fuck am I going? Oxygenators and generators is a must. Turn this off, or without any gas, you start losing oxygen. Without oxygen, it's good if you know how to use your generators to the point where you can use it to your advantage, where the other players doesn't have any scuba diver tanks or any snorkels, then their oxygen will be depleted much faster than yours. But in a general sense, you want these on and the generator on. But yeah, that's really it for the Skybase tutorial. I think this video is about half an hour long. Yeah, like I said, build to sky limit, please. Don't build it like I did. Any helicopter can just land on here and just start raiding. At sky limit, you can't go any higher than sky limit, so obviously you're at a maxed limit where you can build or pass, which is good because the only way to raid it then would be from the bottom up or from the sides, which is really not ideal from the sides. You can raid from the bottom up using some sort of rocket or dragon fang, which is fair enough, but raiding it from the sides, it's a little harder since you're not on any platform. And those players are gone. Yep, they're done with the raid, which means that they might have seen mine, but that's fine. It's alright. I'm not too pressed about this base either. If this base doesn't end up being raided, I'm gonna leave this running. I want to drain it all out. If this base doesn't end up being raided, then I'm gonna continue building from that point onwards and reaching to sky limit, where I'll end up building a sky limit skybase instead of just a general skybase. But yeah, this video just covers the basics of a skybase. Definitely put sentries if you can. Put some on top. Or obviously if you're at sky limit you can't, but put some on top if you don't have some in at sky limit. This would therefore make the raiding process a lot harder, and landing those hullies a lot harder because those turrets are now active. But with that said, that's really it for this video. Yeah, the whole process of making a skybase, depending on how big your group is, might take a little longer. But for me, I just fucking takes me about 2.5 hours, 3 hours to make. But yeah, that's really it. To be honest, that's it for this video. See ya.